What's up, fuck? Well, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to be doing Venus in the sign of Leo. And what happens when Venus is in the sign of Leo in your horoscope? Well, what is the sign of Leo? Leo represents self-centeredness. It is the center of attention. It's your self-image. It's the way you go out in the world and want to present yourself. Leo represents extravagant, extravagant, media savvy, attention seeking. Well, maybe not that, but it's attention seeking sign. Okay, Leo is like a lion. Like when lion walks in, you can see the lion, you can feel the presence of lion without him ever even growling or saying anything. Okay, Leo, sign of Leo represents the creativity that's within us. It is the self-image of ourselves that we want people to see. We all have self-image, whether it's Virgo, whether it's Aries, whether it's Aquarius sign. But what Leo does, you want your self-image to be seen. It's literally the public life. It represents the political arena. It represents the cinema, acting. It represents any kind of public figure. And so you bring Venus here, who already is creative, artistic, fashion, design, beauty, glamour, extravagant. There's a common theme there. It's relationship and love. Venus is our sense of pleasure. How we seek pleasure and what makes us happy. Venus is, if you really want to know Venus, is just what makes us happy. Okay, so when Venus comes here in the sign of Leo, Venus qualities are a bit amplified. Here, Venus nature is then to be the center of attention and seek the public life. Venus wants to be known for its beauty, for its taste, for its ability to be creative, the self-expression of Leo, and the creativity of art and expression of Venus, exemplifies itself through, being in the center and having people appreciate what they have done. So whether it's acting, whether it's modeling, whether it's designing, whether it's painting, whether it's being interior decorator, you want the public to know your talent. Your talent is ignited, and the oil in your fire of creativity is increased when you have other people appreciating what you do. So here, the self-expression becomes a very dominant part of yourself. Now, obviously, you cannot mistake this for moon in Leo, because moon in Leo, the mind wants to be appreciated. The mind, whatever work and project you do, you want people to appreciate that. You yourself do not look for this attention. Like I explained to you in Moon and Leo, where if you create a project, you want people to create that, appreciate the project, but they naturally get that attention because you're the one who does it. Here, Venus, the self-image of a person who wants to love things, who wants to beautify things, is now looks for the attention to themselves. Venus and Leo dresses up in a very glamorous way. They want to look nice wherever they go. They feel like everything is a red carpet event. Okay. And since Venus represents your sense of relationship and the way you relate to people, the way you love, this is where kind of Venus goes into a bit of a turmoil. Because Venus looks for that partner who is extravagant, has a public life, public image, who is able to, get the crowd going. But what happens is you seek that partner and you get that partner, but then what happens is that partner overshadows your ability to get the public life, your ability to, energize your artistic talent in front of people. And so here then it kind of becomes a competitiveness, okay, that if a man has this Venus, he would want somebody who's fashionable, creative, and, out there and just looks beautiful. But when she comes in and she gets the attention, she takes that attention not only from him, but she doesn't give the guy attention. She's all about herself. Because now, this is the energy that you extracted from your Venus. And this is where then the Venus person in Leo kind of feels like a lonely lion. Like, okay, I wanted somebody to be like me, but then I really got what I asked for. And this is where, because this is naturally a sign of Venus's enemy, Sun. Sun and Venus are enemy, in astrological relationship. And Leo is a very hot, burning planet. And Venus here, Venus's qualities are then dried off. Venus's ability to relate and to love kind of dries off because of their experiences. So then, when Venus looks for that extravagant partner, they get what they asked for. They don't get somebody who loves them, appreciates their form of art, unless they have other planetary conjunctions and aspect. But if Venus is just alone in the sign of Leo, then they're really getting that person who's looking for attention for themselves, then to give you attention and be by your side, and get the attention together. See, and here's the thing: if you think that being extravagant, being lavish, being in a lucrative career, meaning that this person is also sexual, that's not true, because Venus can be in any sign and be sexual. Yet those alignments has to be seen. Where is Mars from Venus? What house Venus is in for that lustful and sexuality come in place? So Venus and Leo may not be sexual. If you see a Victoria's Secret model, a huge poster when you go to the mall and you see her in this, sexy lingerie, and then you start thinking, oh my God, this woman must be sexual. I wish I could just have her on a bed of roses with a champagne on the side while, I smoothly kiss her neck, and then I move to her back, and then she kisses me. What? Don't tell me you haven't done this before, okay? Okay, but I'm trying to say, she might be on a poster looking all sexual, but that's just her job. Where in real life, she might just be manic depressive person. She might just be, drug addict. She might be an anorexic, have all sorts of issues, and she doesn't care about sexuality. This is her work, so you know what I'm saying. But Venus and Leo, their sense of pleasure and what makes them happy is, being out there in a performing art situation, being out there in a public life and sharing their creative ideas to better the world, sharing their creative ideas to bring people together. And this doesn't always have to be related to art. It can be politics. If there's a politician with Venus and Leo, he will know how to dress, how to start their speeches, what their campaign should look like, and that's how they drive the crowd towards them. So, and Leo, has a strong sense of political interest. Now, if you have some alignment of Leo where either Venus is combust, you will kind of be restricted towards politics. You wouldn't really want to know about politics. But I'm just saying, if once Venus is Leo or Venus is, not receiving the aspect that takes away this interest, you will have the sense of how to, better the society through your creative expression. So this is a very good placement if you are looking to become an actor, if you are looking to become, a performing artist, if you are looking to become a Broadway dancer, singer, anything that requires the appreciation of public. So if you're an artist, if you're a cook, if you are, if you're a real estate agent, you want to be recognized for your work, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This is how you drive your income. This is how you're able to make that money through, your self-expression through Leo. But the trick here, as far as relationship and love is concerned, is to look for somebody. If you have Venus in Leo, whether a man or a woman, especially man, your sense, the way you should look for a relationship is look for somebody creative, yet somebody who's not extravagant. Look for somebody who is more about their craft than about themselves. Because Venus and Leo is about themselves. They love to be appreciated. They love to be, out there in the middle of the world. And if you get the Venus and Leo personality, then there'll be less attention in the home and more attention to the social life. So just be careful of that. And if a female has this Leo in Venus in Leo, then she would, and then this again, without any aspect or conjunction, because that will mold what Venus does. But if Venus is alone in a female's chart, then she would be really extravagant towards the house placement of Venus. If Venus is in the first house in Leo, man, they are going to be very attention seeking women. If they go out, they would love to go out. They would want to go out. They would want to have a lot of friends so they can be appreciated. Like, they want people to appreciate them, and the best way to do that is to have regular people around you. There would be more about what should I wear, what should I get, how should I dress myself, than, hey, you're looking good. They would rather get that compliment. Now, Venus aspect and conjunction always makes that difference. If Venus is with Mercury, then this Venus would love to talk. They love to talk and have people appreciate what they say. They become really great public speakers, because the sense of pleasure now is being driven through Mercury, which is communication and speech. So, all of these conjunction makes, a difference as to what Venus does in Leo. Okay? So guys, this is my analysis of Venus in Leo. If you are new to my channel, subscribe below above where you see the subscription button. And if you want to know where your Venus is placed, and if you have Venus in Leo or not, check out the link below. Check out my book there, Astrology, the Speed of Light. And when you get the book, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Just make sure you follow the directions below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with Venus in Virgo. Bye-bye. Hey, what's up, all you chaos lovers? So make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And please share my channel with all your family and friends who are in love with astrology. Because I'm the man when it comes to astrology, okay? So make sure you do that, and I will see you tomorrow with another cool new video, okay? Sorry, I love my coffee spiked. Woo!